All right, welcome everybody for tuning in. Today we're taking a walk through our number one rental this past year, 2024 Forest River Aurora 28 BHS. It's a bunkhouse, has a queen bed in the front. Let's start on the outside and just show some of its features. In the back here, we have a quick connect hose. The quick connect nozzle, which is awesome depending on the type of area you're in. If you're at an off-road park, riding dirt bikes, state park, you're gonna wash the dog. Great nozzle in the back. Actually, on the other side, just to show, we have the outside shower as well. Right in here. It's gonna go right up on the holder. And whenever you scoot back and look at the area, it's sort of in a private little cove right there. Nozzle comes out and you hang it, and you have a little bit of privacy. Not that you should be butt naked taking a shower, but you know. Back cooking area, we have some general things that we keep in here for our customers. Outside cooking is always big. This is your gas supply line, which you feed down through and come underneath, and here you connect it with the quick connect. Now after you connect it to the quick connect, there still is a valve on the top to open and close to turn off the gas. So you secure it, turn the valve on, then you can go up and light it. We're gonna turn the valve on. Inline is on. Disconnect it when you're done. Push these tabs down and you can slide it right back into the storage area. Little outside mini fridge. Comes in handy. A lot of people don't use this. The plug's right up above, as well as a light and another plug, GFCI plug. Moving toward the midsection. A lot of times people put a table up here. You have some outdoor plugs that are handy as well. If you want to plug in whatever you may need, even if you're out charging your phone or whatever. People plug in deep fryers. Sometimes people bring the whole kitchen whenever they come to camp. So top, we have our two outside speakers up top. That is the outside of our hood vent. And our awning up there. As in most cases, the awnings are typically disabled on rental units so that they are not broken or get blown by the wind or get caught in any rain. Sometimes people put the awning out and go to the beach, come back and it's gone. So the insurance does not help with awnings. So most of the time those are disabled. We do keyless entry, as most campers have nowadays. The RV lock, just give you a code. Let's go inside and take a look around. You can see pretty warm colors inside. Up here we have the teddy bear bunks, double wide. We're just gonna go right around the campground or the camper. Now, one thing that's nice is, the kids, what they're gonna have is their phones. So they each have their own individual push light. So even though the power is on, you can see that those lights are off because they've been pushed. You just push them and turn them on or off. And both upper and lower also have a charging port in the wall for their phones and tablets. Can't go without that. Moving into the bathroom, a little bit of storage underneath. So you're gonna have your toilet paper, bags, some general cleaning things behind the stove or behind the mirror. You will see that this green tag indicates the GFCI plug. This is actually the reset. So as we go around the camper and you notice a couple other plugs like this one over here by the coffee maker, if your coffee maker don't work and the plug's not working, this is where you have to reset it. Has the reset buttons right there. Okay, typical shower unit. We got the upgraded shower head. Pretty sweet. Toilet. Just turn this to open it. Little fan. Works great to get the unwanted air out, should we say, or just if it's a little bit too hot after your shower. That's how you get it out. Moving over here. You have fan mode on our thermostat. Press it again. AC. Press it again. Fan automatic. Furnace and off. So pretty simple. You just set the temperature, the fan mode, and the regular mode that you're in. AC is nice and cold. Furnace is nice and hot. So going around, the curtain keeps the sun out. Gives you some privacy. This is also a light as well. In our little living area slide out here, you know, this converts. You see the handle there, slides out. The love seat, very comfortable to sleep. As well as this table drops down to the ledge. Let me get down here and you can see. Sits right on here. Ledge goes all the way around for some additional sleeping if you would need it. Right on this ledge that goes all the way around. These just come right off when you pull it up. Going into the master bedroom with the queen bed, some push lights above. Here's the turn on the light. Mirrors, storage, mirror. Both sides have a plug and USB. Small pantry over there that's going to have some supplies in it for you as well. We did not put a TV in here just because this passage is so narrow. Coming back out, you have the TV. Little entertainment area. We have our remotes that we keep. And our fireplace. I tell people, match the remote by brand. JBL. That's for the inside-outside speaker system. Connex. It's for the TV. TS. That is going to be for your fireplace. Awesome heater. Has a few different colors as well as gives off great heat. And then this little remote, which is for the outside LED strip that is by the awning. Those stay in there. One other remote mounted on the wall here. That's actually to control this main air. You can open it, close it, whatever you want to do. It runs off the remote if you just want clear the air out if you were cooking and don't like the food smell in here or don't want it to linger. Turn that on. Going into our pantry. Keep some K-cups, basic pantry items. Reynolds wrap, foil. Some more foil. Bags, bath towels. Or not bath towels, but kitchen towels. Fridge, freezer. Of course, it's off right now. Very important for the operation of the fridge and freezer is the power button. This button, on now, bottom is off, controls the power for the fridge and freezer. If it's turned off, it's going to turn the power off to that appliance only. So when it comes to preserving your food, you want to make sure that it is powered on and stays on. Kids often turn it off, hit it, you know. But whenever you hit it, initially, you're looking around and nothing's happening, but it is actually turning that off. We have our microwave, hood light, and fan. These two buttons. We always keep foil on top just to keep things clean. As you see here, we have our igniter, which is here, 3 stovetop, and the oven. Nobody really uses the oven inside campers. They don't always work that great. They take a little bit longer. If you want to use a burner, you turn it on to high. This is the striker for all of the burners. So the gas is not on right now. If you want a second burner, you turn its power on, its gas, and then use the same striker knob to light that burner. So this would be off, 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 off. This is the striker for everything. Little night light. Below is the fuse box. Shouldn't need really anything in there. What you might find on occasion is something gets tripped if a fuse is blown. Those are mostly all 15 amp fuses, which will have spares in here. It'll have a red light beside it to indicate that it's blown. Carbon monoxide detector. You know, if you're running a generator and off-grid, starts to rain, do not tuck the generator under the camper. It will set off carbon monoxide detector. We've had that happen, so. Coming back up top, we have bowls, plates, everything that you're going to need for your stay, coffee cups. We've got that Keurig we talked about earlier, sitting right here. We've went through a few of them because some of them were leaking. This has actually been the best one. It's just a 12 ouncer, 12 ouncer, I think. So it only makes individual. Big ones kept leaking all over the countertop and stuff for our folks, so. Got some kitchen clean items under here, kitchen cleaning items, as well as some pots and pans. Drawers, you're gonna have your silverware. Little junk drawer with a little bit of first aid in there, odds and ends, and kitchen utensils at the bottom. Coming over at our panel, you can see it goes by motion, so when you step in front of it, it comes on. Awning, we already went over that, sort of. The slide, which is already going to be out. Interior light. Exterior light, which is the LED strip. Water pump here, you're only going to use the water pump if you are using the internal water tank. You will not be using the water pump if you are hooked to a water source. And that's to turn on the hot water. Turn that on when you're ready to get a shower. That way it starts heating it up. It's about a 6-gallon tank. Works great. By the time you get out and get a shower, get dried off, everything's ready for the next person pretty much. It's a great rental. I've had up to 7-8 people in here at a time, even on the floor. Air mattress. People here, in the bed. Appliances look great. Very happy with the corner. Fireplace looks great. Works, you know, whether you just want it for the atmosphere or for the heat. Even if it's in the 40s, 30s at nighttime, that'll turn up to about 68 or 70. Use very little actual furnace. Very little propane on the furnace if you're using the electric heat from the fireplace. Biggest part of this being our most successful rental is definitely the setup. We have some people that rent it 3 or 4 times a year. After the 3rd or 4th rental, they're very happy. You know, obviously by that point, they're very happy with it, and they're really learning where everything is. And there's a lot of comfort in understanding how it works whenever it's somebody else's camper. So You see another plug down here. Another plug down here by the fire extinguisher. You'll see on the top, we have our vents. Two ways that you can have the air conditioning come out. You can open up the vent, which will allow it all to come out right here, or shut this main vent, which will allow the air conditioning to come out of these vents in the ceiling. Comes out of the bedroom. There's a couple back here, right there. So it all depends on where you want the cool air to come out as to what setting it's on. All right, again, this is our 2024 Forest River Aurora 28 BHS. Great walkthrough video, hopefully answering your questions. Up in the front storage area outside the camper, we keep some foldable chairs, basic toolkit, a couple things. We usually also include a broom and a Craftsman cordless vacuum to help keep it clean. We live in a very sandy area. Sand's like our number one, the biggest thing that we're cleaning most of the time is sand. Kids love the bunks. All right, y'all. Thanks for watching. And hopefully, if you're one of our renters, this is going to give you a good head start on what you've invested in. All right, let's go to the back and look at the other tanks. All right. So, driver's side in the back, we have gray tank number 2. Gray tank number 2 is for your shower water and sink water from the bathroom. This is also 45 gallons. It fills up much quicker. If you have 3 or 4 people getting showers after 2 or 3 days, you will notice that the tank is full, or if the shower stops draining, you see that the valve on the panel inside shows that it is full. Hook it up here, pull, that would allow it all to come down from here, which is that gray tank that's up underneath the camper. The other one's the one that everyone has questions about, the black handle. The black handle is your sewage release, also a 45-gallon tank. If you're not using the bathhouse to go to the bathroom, or you're using a lot of water when you flush, it's also 45 gallons. 2 or 3 people, you'll probably be good for 4 or 5 days before you notice, but it also would start to stink a little bit. And the sewage would have to be emptied, and that's where you hook it up, pull the plug, and let it flow. Now, the stinky slinky, as we call it, is it's always kept here. Up front, in the front storage, we keep the end for it, and there's 2 actually connected in here. So you have everything that you need. When you go up to the front storage here, this goes on the end. In this storage, we keep our electrical, we keep our water, our surge protector, leveler pads that go underneath. And you can see right above that on the driver's side, freshwater connection. That's where you fill up the internal tank. If you're boondocking and need to take water with you, that's the tank you fill up. And then you use the water pump. That's how you remember the panel of the water pump. Now, if you're going to a campground and you don't need that, then you're going to come on back here. You're going to hook your water up to the city water connection. All right. Hook your hose up to the city water connection. The other part goes to the pedestal. Turn the water pressure on. You're good to go. Right above that is the black tank flush. So when you empty the black tank, and it's going to be parked for a while, this is where take a hose off of here, put it on here, and this fills up the black tank with clean water so that you can flush it out or rinse it out. So Just a little FYI on the differences between these three ports that you might see on the outside of the camper.